Hello guys, welcome to another single bottle episode of the Whisky Diaries. I'm going to be your host, Martin Lang, and we're sitting here at Death and Taxes. Now, this one in particular I picked because this is a gateway again to sherry. Sherry cask impart a very, very distinct flavour to whiskey compared to American oak. And Glendronach, as well as Macallan and other distilleries as well, age the whiskey 100% in sherry cask. Now, sherry adds a lot of tannins to whiskey. Sherry cask comes obviously from Jerez in Spain. It's a type of European oak, and the type of sherry that gets aged in those cask varies between Fino, Pedro Jimenez, Oloroso, all types of sherry. On all types of sherry gives a different distinct flavor because obviously, as you know, casks breathe depending on the weather. So the hotter it is, the wood expands and absorbs. When it gets colder, it contracts and it releases the sherries. So it imparts flavors to the actual oak. Now in the early 80s, early 70s, a lot of whiskey distilleries started experimenting with different maturations and different casks. And what they found is they give a flavor like it's so complex. It's one of my favorite types of whiskey. I always look for sherry casks. And this particular distillery is Glendronach. Glendronach started in the 1826. It was the second distillery in all of Scotland to get a proper legal license, and it's actually part of the Highlands. I actually was there a couple of years ago in the Glendronach distillery. It is actually stunning. It's the distillery itself is next to a castle. It's considered a category B type of building, which means that it has a massive importance on the local community because it's so old. And they produce an incredible whiskey. The core range, the 12-year-old, the 15, the 18, the 21, they're all really, really good whiskey and really, really affordable as well compared to something like Macallan and stuff. So for instance, if you come to Death and Taxes and I will recommend you a whiskey to start on sherry, I will definitely give you the Glendronach 12 because it's a great value for money and you can definitely drink it. In this case, the single bottle that we're trying today is a Glendronach 21-year-old, and this is a 21-year-old aged in Pedro Jimenez cask. It's a single cask, which means it comes from actually one barrel. This is bottle 252 from 431, and the beauty about Glendronach is that they put all the information about all the cask in the front of the label. 54.1% alcohol, which is great. Just gives you really, really an idea on what the core whiskey, the core initial make of the whiskey is like, and then how it evolves in the whiskey cask. This was barreled in 1994 and bottled in 2016. And yeah, it's a what we call in the industry is what you say is a sherry bomb. Pedro Jimenez cask, and look at the color of that. It's like almost pitch black. And yeah, so what you're looking on flavors from a whiskey like this, you can tell it's a sherry cask because as soon as you drink it, you can almost chew on it. It has like tannins, and it's just almost like having like a really, really strong Shiraz kind of thing. Like it has like that really flavor. And then once you swallow it and once you actually, the nose connects to your back, you start getting like raisins, dark chocolate again. Like it's just a very, very, very complex whiskey. I call in very similar flavors because after drinking so much whiskey, my palate gets used to it. But make sure that you explore and just find your own little notes for your whiskeys. And the other recommendation as well that I just found while I was doing a little bit of research on this is go to YouTube and find the video of Glendronach in 5K. It's actually a 3D tour of the whole distillery, and you can, if you don't have the goggles, even with your phone, you can actually look at all the distillery. It's actually a stunning distillery. Absolutely beautiful, and I will recommend some water to this whiskey as well. So thanks for listening again. Salam Jabbar, and have a good day.